Baringo County in Kenya is home to the Pokot people. Like all the neighbouring communities, the Pokots are pastoralists. They depend on cattle for their livelihood. Yet pastoralism as a way of life is under threat. Drought, overgrazing, deforestation and flash floods are causing widespread land degradation.
We are now on the edge of the dry river. You can see some dead trees being brought up from the hills. So because there is deforestation, that's why the soil is coming down and it's going to Lake Baringo. This river, whenever it rains, it's impossible to cross. You have to stop for 1 hour until it goes down so that you can cross it. The water it flows very fast because there is no vegetation holding it to upstream. So it has changed.
My animals got stolen. I went when there was drought here, 2005 drought started. I went with my cattle to a place known as Leswa, and then abruptly the raiders came armed with guns and stole my 63 cows. They are very expensive guns. When you come out, they kill you in defending themselves. Because if you want to defend your cattle, you have to be killed.
In recent years, violence between communities has escalated. A negative spiral of environmental degradation and armed conflict threatens vast areas of northern Kenya. The future of whole communities hangs in the balance. Paul Keitani is a peace activist from Baringo County. He recently suffered a road accident in which fellow passengers were killed.
I thank God I'm still surviving. I'm ready to serve Him for the sake of peace in Baringo County, for the sake of peace in Kenya.
Keitani, a Kalenjin, works closely with community worker Marianne and Tausian, an Iljamus. Together, they hosted a workshop to foster trust building for sustainable development in Baringo. The workshop was inspired and supported by the initiative Restoring Earth's Degraded Land.
Because every time we had the Iljamus are fighting with the Tugans, the Iljamus are fighting with the Pokos, the Pokos are fighting with the Turkanas, and we wonder what is the cause of this violence. Is it because of political issue? Is it because of the poverty, the high rate of poverty in this region? Is it because of ignorance? Is it because of illiteracy? So that's why now we brought all these people together.
The workshop was attended by the head of local government.
African regalia. I'm proud because naona kila mtu leo hapa na hata mama leo pango alikuwa.
And the elders were responsible for passing the message to the youth who are in charge of herding. And it worked very well. The Pokot and James and Tugel, the elders were communicating and discussing the issues together. There was no much conflict. If there were, it was not worse as today. It is worse today because the grass has been disappearing, there is overgrazing, there is mismanagement of resources, especially grass. Rugus, we have closed our program, and Kiserian, we have closed our program because of this tribal conflict. And we are willing to start that program if the peace comes to normal.
Tumetoka kama kilomita 7 mpaka cathedral, tulikuwa kama 18,000.
In order to foster bridge building and trust, the documentary film An African Answer was shown. This film depicts the reconciliation between Kalenjin and Kikuyu communities in neighbouring Uasin Gishu County following post-election violence.
That now the Kikuyu and the Kalenjins can plan now sustainable developments between themselves.
The screening stimulated honest conversation. Apologies were made for cattle raiding and arson, and forgiveness was shared.
Tukiwa timu ya wachungaji na tukienda wachungaji 30 pamoja mara moja.
Sasa hii film imenikumbusha, nikasema hoi, kweli amani hii tutafanya nini ili tuweze?
Working groups explored the specific concerns of each community. These were then brought into plenary.
These are some of the things ambazo tunaweza fanya. Kulikuwa na auction. Si mmesema ili nini? Siku hizi haiko. The auction is no longer there. So there is no interaction at that level between communities. Na sasa nataka kuuliza, inaweza ikaanzishwaje? Tutafanyaje turudishe hiyo auction?
A decision was made to establish an inter-ethnic peace committee that will see how best to share resources and work together towards sustainable land use.
Samanga toringo giben anero andino tienda pin to samari oginyuka gomogo ngato yeng mapuko chemo ao mara ok mari to mari ok mara yawa pinji opogore.